Welcome to a world of laughs where humor knows no bounds. Enjoyed your stay? Subscribe, hit like, and keep the chuckles coming. Remember, laughter is timeless. This year, the gathering holds a particular charm, as it invites three distinguished gentlemen, each from a different part of the region. We have an Englishman, a Scotsman, and an Irishman. A delightful mix, wouldn't you agree? Each one of these fellows is brimming with resolve, determined to leave an indelible mark on their audience. They've been practicing their speeches, refining their gestures, and perfecting their expressions, all in anticipation of this grand event. And let me tell you, the excitement is palpable. You can feel the anticipation building, the tension rising, the energy buzzing. It's as if the entire hall is holding its breath, waiting for the day of the event to arrive. And finally, the day comes. The hall is abuzz, filled with eager faces and a sense of anticipation. The day of the event arrived, and the hall buzzed with anticipation. The Englishman was the first to take the stage, and boy did he surprise everyone. As he stood confidently before the crowd, he began his speech in a manner none had anticipated. In one swift motion, he placed his hand on his chest, and then moved it down to his groin. The hall was filled with a mix of astonishment and curiosity. No one had seen such an introduction before. As the murmurs died down, the Englishman cleared his throat and explained his unique gesture. He said, "By placing my hand on my chest, I was indicating the presence of ladies. Moving it down to my groin was a nod to the gentlemen." It was his unconventional way of saying, "Ladies and gentlemen." The simplicity of it left the audience in awe and his fellow speakers intrigued. Well, that certainly set the bar high for the Scotsman and the Irishman. And not to be outdone, the Scotsman decided to add a little flair to his introduction. With a twinkle in his eye, he formed an antler shape with his fingers above his head, then moved his hand from his chest to his groin, much like the Englishman before him. With a smirk, he clarified, "By making the antler gesture, I was addressing everyone as dear, and by indicating towards my chest and groin, I was acknowledging both the ladies and gentlemen. So, my speech began with a courteous, 'Dear ladies and gentlemen.'" Next up was the Irishman, determined to take creativity up a notch. He mimicked the antler symbol, followed the now familiar gesture from chest to groin, and then, to the astonishment of his fellow speakers, he added a rather unexpected twist. With a twinkle in his eye, he explained, "Well, the last bit was just my way of saying, 'Dear ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure.'"